YouTube, so I was on the tube on the way to the game and I got really excited that loads of people seemed to be noticing me. I was just sat there on my chair being squished over by this person who clearly needed 2 seats. So I was sat there just, you know, happily minding my own business, and loads of people were nudging each other and pointing and looking over, and I was feeling pretty smug. I was thinking, I didn't know I was that popular. Looked over to the guy next to me, getting a bit frustrated that he was like coming over onto my side, and it was Dara O'Brien. Yeah, so I don't know whether everyone, while they were noticing me, also noticed Dara. I hope for his sake he did get some attention by sitting next to me. But yeah, there you go, Dara O'Brien just sat there, everyone looking over. Maybe I'm not that famous after all. Anyway, in terms of the game, yeah, it was comfortable. Reading were just a no-show. Like, they had nothing about them. They didn't have anything physically. They didn't have anything tactically. The early goal really helped. Getting that goal in the 10 minutes made Reading have to give up the very little game plan that they had. And it was just so comfortable. I think there were stats on Twitter I looked at where it was like in 5-minute spells we had 95% possession and all of that. It was extremely comfortable. There was a lot of love on Twitter for Gervinho, which I just don't... You know, let's not forget how bad he's been. Like, let's not just disregard that. For the first goal, he tried to miss it. I'm pretty sure from less than 5 yards he hit the top of the roof, so the roof of the net. So I think, you know, let's just calm down on him. I think he got 2 assists, and credit where it's due, he had an okay game. Is he the best player in Africa that we've like suddenly going to start seeing towards the end of the season? No, I still think he's not good enough. I still think he's an average player, and today's not going to change that. But he did have a good game. The midfield did click a lot better today, and I personally think it's because of Rosicky. All of this play that we've seen that's been effective in the last 3 games, I think comes from the tempo of Rosicky. I think he is a massively important player to the way we've played in the last 3 games. And yet, am I confident he'll be playing in the next game? No, I'm not confident because Wenger just doesn't seem to like him. But I'm glad, again, credit where it's due, he got played and he had a good performance. So, you know, I'm not going to criticise, I'm not going to rant and rave. So that's basically it for the game. I am going to talk about some other stuff which has happened in the last few days. I don't know whether you saw it, but Robbie, the footballer that came out as gay in around the 15th of February, I think it was, he did a Google Plus Hangout interview with the New York Times and a separate one with The Guardian. I've linked the articles down below. With the whole Rio Ferdinand chants, alleged chants from the England fans and some of the stuff that Robbie says, discrimination is clearly so high up on the agenda in the football world. But you know, I wonder what your thoughts are on football and your experience of discrimination in football, whether when you've been at matches there's been any discrimination, any racial abuse, homophobic abuse, any like discrimination in football, and why you think it is. If I go to a cricket game or a rugby game, I'd never expect it. When I go to a football game, kind of expect it. Arsenal fans wouldn't say boo to a goose pretty much to anyone except for ex-players that have wound us up and Tottenham fans. Other than that, generally, I've never really seen a problem with Arsenal fans. As soon as you got to Brighton, homophobic abuse everywhere, like horrendous. Why is it so endemic in football? Like, just why? And on a final note, this Thursday I was down at the COP95-a-side football tournament. There were Zorb balls, there were FIFA challenges, there were a fit reaction challenge thing, there was foosball, clip of me and the Army Frog playing foosball now, boom, up there. You might be wondering who won the tournament. It was, well, Team 4 won it, which was the people that were left were me and Toby from Team 4, Tobe Jizzle, so we really deserved it. But we had an extra final game where it was just a bunch of randomers against the Gillette team, and a bunch of randomers won. So bad luck to Tom Deacon, who didn't save any penalties, and bad luck to Cal Freezy, who missed his penalty, which cost the team the cup, effectively. So yeah, thank you very much. Arsenal won, whoop, and onwards and upwards. Chelsea lost. We're going to get 4th comfortably, I think, now. Thank you very much. Boom, bye.
Is it really? It's like we just got a cab here, we're here with Nick, we're Dan, and we're at the Liberty Stadium. Hello!